The saga of Noah and his family begins when the Lord sees that humanity had become thoroughly evil, and that every idea their minds thought up was always completely evil. Well, granted, God makes a pretty rash decision upon this. A decision that is kind of frightening and makes me wonder why this is one of the first stories we teach to children from the Bible. And I think it's because this isn't a story about a God who destroys, but a story about a God who changes God's mind. As Walter Brueggemann points out about the story of Noah and the ark, it's not really a story about Noah who was faithful, or the ark, or the animals, or the rainbow. It's a story about a transformation that takes place in the heart of God. A transformation that is made visible to us in the sign of the covenant, the rainbow. God hangs God's bow in the clouds and promises to never again be involved in the violent destruction of God's good creation, or in the violent destruction of God's broken and twisted creation. Trusting in that grace, trusting in the heart of God and the love of God that is for us, let us confess our sins in song together. Let us sing. In an age of twisted values, we have lost the truth we need. In sophisticated language, we have justified our greed. By our struggle for possessions, we have robbed the poor and weak. Hear our cry and heal our nation. Your forgiveness, Lord, we seek. We have built discrimination on our prejudice and fear. Hatred swiftly turns to cruelty if we hold resentments dear. For communities divided by the walls of class and race, hear our cry and heal our nation. Show us, Lord, your love and grace. When our families are broken, when our homes are full of strife, when our children are bewildered, when they lose their way in life, when we fail to give the aged all the care we know they need, hear our cry and heal our nation. Help us show more love, we plead. We who hear your words so often choose so rarely to obey. Turn us from our willful wandering. Give us truth to light our way. In the power of your Spirit, come to cleanse us, make us new. Hear our cry and heal our nation.
till our nation honors you.
Indeed, God made a covenant with Noah. God made a covenant with us. A promise that came out of a change of heart. And now we know that change of heart, that love that has become incarnate for us in Jesus Christ. God is willing to go to unbelievable odds. Not to shower us with floodwaters, but to shower us with grace. Beloved of God, you are forgiven. Trust this and be at peace. Thanks be to God.
Go, my children, sins forgiven, at peace and pure. Here you learned how much I love you, what I can cure. Here you heard my dear son's story, here you touched him, saw his glory. Go, my children, sins forgiven, at peace and pure.